I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks, and today we are at day 17 of our advent calendar, and look at this tree ornament that we are making. I am absolutely in love with this. Now, it's a little basket with little balls of wool in it because obviously it represents our hobby and what we like doing so much. So I thought the little basket was ever so cute. The handles are this long because I want to be able to hang it on the tree like this, so it will, you know, allow for that. You can make it with shorter handles and then make another loop to hang it in your tree or whatever you want. So, you know, or if you want to use this basket for a different purpose, then yes, make your handles shorter because that will look much nicer. I've rolled up little balls of cotton to go in there, and they don't fall out because I have attached them all. So I hope you enjoy this pattern. I hope you like it. You know, I hope you like the idea of making a little basket to go in the tree. So let's get started. So what do you need for this adorable tree ornament? For the basket colour, I thought the Rico Ricorumi 052 would be a good option, and I think they call it light brown. Yes, so light brown. I'm using a 3 because I want the stitches to be nice and tight. For the balls in there, I'm going to roll small balls of cotton. And I am going to attach the end with a little bit of PVA glue, and I'm also going to attach the balls themselves into the basket with the PVA glue. So let's get started. We have to make a small basket, so we are going to get started with a magic circle under this strand here to the back strand, pull it through and back to the back strand to make a chain. Then you are going to do 6 single crochets in the circle, but of course you do 5, and then the 6th one will be the slip stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, 5. You then close your circle, make it nice and flat, count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 V's, go under that V. I think that's a little bit low that I went. Is that under the V? Yeah, there we are. Go under the V. I tighten this up again because otherwise my slip stitch would be too big. There we go. Pull it through and then pull it through the loop on your hook. You now have 6 V's going round the edge of your work. Now we are going to do increase rounds. So first of all, into that very first stitch, so you chain up and then into every stitch around you are going to do 2 single crochets. Is that going to, no. Like I said, like I always say in the beginning, things are a little bit awkward because you've got nothing to hold on to, barely, but it gets better as you go along. There we go. So I will see you when you have your 2 single crochets in each stitch around, except for this last one here because that chain is going to count as the last stitch. So we'll do a slip stitch in there. So I will see you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of the round. I've done my last single crochet into that stitch where that chain was coming out, skipping the chain under the V and doing my slip stitch. There we go. Okay. Once again, we are going to do an increase round. So chain 1. Into the very first stitch you do 1 single crochet, into the next stitch you are going to do 2, the next 1 and the next 2. So this is the increase rate that you are going to be doing. So we are taking our stitches from 6 to 12 to 18. that was a 2. So now we do 1, 2, 1, 2. I will see you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of the round. I should be putting 2 single crochets in here, but I've just put the 1, and I'm going to skip this chain and I'm going to do a slip stitch. There we go. Okay. Now again, another increase round, again a different ratio. So chain up 1, into the first stitch you do a single crochet, into the second stitch you do a single crochet, into the third stitch you do 2 single crochets. So this time the ratio is 1, 1, 2. I will see you at the end of the round. Once again, I've made it to the end of the round. It's going really quick. I am going to slip stitch, and once again we are going to chain 1 into the very first stitch, 1 stitch, the next stitch 1, the next one also a 1, and then we are going to do a 2. So this time our ratio is 3 individual single crochets and then 2 in the same stitch. I will see you at the end of the round. Once again, I've come to the end of my round, skipping that chain under the V, and I do a slip stitch. Now counting the V's at the edge of my work, I now have 30 stitches, right? So now we are going to stop the increases. So this is the base of our bag, of our basket better. And don't forget to now sew in your end, because otherwise it might get a little bit awkward later on to do that. So we are going to chain up, and from the very first stitch you are going to do single crochets, 1 single crochet in each stitch around. There's no need to go in the back loop only or anything like that, because we want a rounded basket. So we're just going to do rounds of single crochets, no increases anymore, and you will see it will start to look like a basket. So I will see you at the end of this round, where I will repeat how to go about doing the doing the change here, and then I will leave you to it to make the sides of your basket. I will see you in a moment. I got to the end of my first round here with just single crochets. This is the last stitch. I am considering this chain as my last stitch, so I go under the V there and I do a slip stitch. Oh. And I do a slip stitch. And as you can see already, look, it's shaping like a basket. So that's what we want. So once again, you do chain 1 and you get started in that very first stitch. Don't forget to do that one right there. Single crochet all around. So you keep doing this until you have done 5 rounds of single crochet without any increasing. And I will see you when you have done all those rounds, ready to make the handles. So I have done 5 rounds of single crochet, and as you can see, I've got a nice little basket now. Now to make the handles, we are going to chain up 1. Again, starting in the very first stitch, we are going to do 5 single crochets. Now I counted and I had 30 stitches left, as I should have done. You know, you should have 30 stitches because that's what you started with. Okay, so you do 5 single crochets, then you're going to do a number of chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 10, wait a minute, 1 2 3 4 5, you're going to skip 5 stitches, and then in the 6th stitch you're going to do a single crochet. But 10 chains would make indeed a nice handle for our basket, but we are going to be using this handle to hang up our basket, so we are going to make the handle longer. Okay, so another 5. It depends. I think it needs more, another 5. It depends on your tension, on how big your chains are, and also on your tree. Okay, so if you're making this as a little present, then yes, do it with the 10. But I'm thinking, as I want to hang it from my handle, see, if I put my, my tree in, sort of the, I think that would be okay, right? So then you skip 1 2 3 4 5 stitches, and into the 6th stitch you are going to do 10, well, not 10 single crochets in the one stitch, but from the 6th stitch you're going to do 10 single crochets in the next 10 stitches. And I'm not counting. Oh dear. 2 4 6 7 8 9 and 10. Again, 20 chains. 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. Now, did I count right? 2 4 6 8 10. 2 4 6 8 10. Yes. Okay. So like I said, maybe it's nicer to make the basket with shorter handles, but I just fancy hanging it up with the handles. So 1 2 3 4 5 in the 6th stitch, and you should have 5 stitches left. 1 2 3 4, and yes, the last one. Whew. 1 2 3 4, and then there's the last one, which we don't do the chain counts, and we do a slip stitch. There we go. Right, so that will then sort of give you the opening you need to put your, the tree fur in, or whatever it's called. Okay, so chain up 1. We're now going to make those handles a little bit sturdier. 3 4 5. So do your 5 single crochets, and now you are going to start doing single crochets around your handle, and generally you have to do more than what you chained. So just see what it looks like, depending on sort of what your tension is like, the size of your stitches, etc. So just keep going round your chain, doing single crochets until you meet the other side. There we go. See, and that makes your handle a little bit sturdier, as you can see. Look, in comparison to this one. Okay, so I will see you at the end of the round. Here you do your 10 single crochets, and here you do the same as we are doing there, and then you finish your round. So I finished both my handles. I have done here the slip stitch. I'm ready to cut off my cotton there. I'm going to have to sew this in, so that's going in there for now. And now I am going to start making the little balls of cotton to go in there. So we'll just put this to the side. And this is where you will need your PVA glue. Here I have a tile. I use this to glue on, and there's some remnants of glue on there, but that's the whole point of the tile, so I can use that instead of my good surface, basically. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll mini balls, so around my finger like this. Then I take this off, I fold it flat, and then I go round the middle just so that I would have a center to work with. Then you fold this flat and you again roll round. I'm trying to hold it so you can see, because it's easier if you can just hold it between your fingers. And now it's come undone again. It's a little bit fiddly, I have to admit. Let's hold it with this hand. Yeah, that's better. And then you just roll in different directions. There we go, that's better. Look, now it's getting bigger. It's easier to roll around it. And I suppose that is big enough. Okay. Then we cut off the yarn, hold your ball, and we are going, I'm just going to put some PVA glue on my tile, and what I do is I just roll the end into it like that, and then I pick it up and I make sure it's all nice and glued in, and then I just leave it to dry. It doesn't have to be perfect, it can just be like that. Okay, so you will have to make a few of those, and let me just get the ones that I've already made. I've been drying them on the radiator because that helps. So here I have a number of balls that I have already made. I might need to make more, so we're going to put those in there. Look at that, how cute is that? Put that one in there already as well. There we go. Okay, so what you'll need to do now is we'll probably have to glue them all in. No, let's keep the glue and let's see if we can just, you know, pick up some glue. Yes, I'm going to have to sew this in first and just, you know, put them in there with the glue so they're not going to come undone. You know, so when should it fall, they're not all going to disappear under the furniture and things like that. So just put them in. I'll have to make some more, I think, because it's not quite filling up my basket just yet. This amount of baubles, cotton balls, yarn. There we go, look. So just keep filling up your basket, and I'm just keep on filling up, oops, with my, putting them in, you know, with a good amount of PVA glue. I'm having fun here. I hope you are too. Right, there's a good amount. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to make a few more balls of cotton, and I will have to sew in the end. And I think, yeah, I think this is a lovely basket to hang in my tree, because, you know, it's nice to have something that represents people, you know, what they do, what they like in the tree as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. If you are new to my channel or you haven't yet subscribed, please find the red subscription button and click on it. It is free. You will then see a bell sign. Click on that too, so you are notified of every new video I upload. You can also find links to my social media right above that.